All right, that was the question of the week. And like we do every week, baby, we take the question of the week and we bring the fans and we bring the community into our world. And I would like to ask my wife the same exact thing. So, how do you, Mrs. Woods, my co-host and partner, how do you avoid complacency or feeling stagnant or feeling stuck? And because we've been together, 17 years? 16 going on 17. Let me stop saying that before I get myself confused.
Yeah.
We've been together a very long time. So has there been a time in our relationship where things felt stagnant or things felt like stuck in a rut or something like that? Has it been a time? How did you identify that time? Which I know how you did it. Your husband told you that it was going on.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah.
And how do you avoid that?
Yeah, we have been through those moments quite a few times throughout our relationship. I noticed it, but I never said anything.
Right.
Like I don't know. I guess I was just so used to it that I just let it just slide through. But when you brought it to my attention, that's when I knew. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't the only one feeling like that. We ended up having a conversation about it. And I was glad that you told me ways to fix it on your part. Like you brought ideas and stuff like that. Like going on date nights or, babe, let's go do this. Let's go to the movies. You know, I don't like to leave the house and stuff. But like actually putting that out there or suggesting us to do those ideas, I was happy that you did that. Because I was like, I don't really know what to do. I don't know how to fix this.
Right.
And as far as avoiding it, like ways to avoid it, I would have to agree with the guy number 2 that said something about like putting the phones down, getting back into our zones. Because that was one of the things was you kind of did your thing, I kind of did my thing.
But how do you do that? Like it sounds good in theory, but how do I put the phone down and like actually attempt to rebuild this connection? Because most people get on here and they say it like it's easy. That shit ain't easy at all. Yeah. Because in those situations, it's a silent resentment there.
It is.
It's a silent resentment there. So not only it's not it's just don't put the phone down or whatever. Usually I'm holding something against you where I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, she ain't did this for me, so I'm not gonna do this for her. Like that's a real thing in a relationship.
Like if you really love a person and you really want to make this work or want something to change, you've got to put your pride down. And you got to speak up. You got to have a conversation. I mean, I'm gonna
play this for you later. Okay.
For me, that's what I'm saying. For me, it was hard.
No, that's dope. That's good advice.
It was hard. It was hard because I felt like I wasn't I don't know. I kind of felt like I wasn't the problem.
Right.
But
usually the problem don't never feel like they the problem. But keep going.
But that's why
y'all
I said
see my problem, right? Y'all see my problem.
At least I'll try. I really did try.
I understand, baby.
It's
a work in progress. Keep going, dog. Keep going, because you really touching on some things. Because that's people always get on these mics and they just say things, but sometimes you don't. It was a prideful
moment. Yeah, you didn't. I mean, I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, I was the problem, or I had some type of or cause in what was going on.
Right.
So me putting my pride aside, talking to you, admitting to where I felt, where I knew I was wrong, and opening up with you. That made a difference too. Like me telling you why we was going through those moments.
Right.
And me suggesting how I wanted it to be and how we could fix it. So I don't know. I think taking time out and vacations. That was another one. Us taking vacations, no phones, no outside people. Like we actually was able to connect back together, spending time together with no distractions.
Okay. So I want to get in here because I'm gonna answer on my end, right? Mm-hmm. So how to avoid complacency in a long-term relationship? I want to put this out there. You can't. You can't. It's impossible to avoid, right? And you shouldn't try to avoid it. What you want to do, which is why I added the second part to this question, is you want to be able to identify it. Mm-hmm. After 16, 17, 10, 5, maybe 3 years, 20 years, you're going to get into a place where you take your loved one or your partner for granted, or maybe you're not doing all the things that you used to do back in the day, and y'all settling in a place, and the problem isn't getting to that spot. Yeah. Like, you should pray that one day y'all get there where, all right, I done got too related. This shit is going on autopilot and it's too easy. The thing you want to work on is recognizing when things have become bad or stagnant to the point where y'all drifting away. So, famous quote that I love is, if we either growing together or growing apart. You remember I said that to you? Mm-hmm. Because I'm doing all these life things and I'm leveling up in my life, and I'm getting better at understanding myself and my emotions and communication and all of these things. And I felt like you weren't even trying to meet me halfway on that shit. Yeah. But for so long, we've been in a place where we just been okay. And we wasn't talking. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about anybody else out there in the world. I don't know about y'all out there in the world. I want my wife, me and my woman, to have a better connection. I want to have the relationship where I can tell my wife anything in the world. I can tell my wife how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, my plans, my dreams, how I got let down, how I'm not feeling the greatest today, how I don't feel like talking today. You know what, babe? I just need to be alone. I want the relationship where my wife can actually be my best friend in the world. So I want a connection that feels like a best friend connection. That's what I push for. That's what I strive for. And that turned around and became me nitpicking the smallest things in our relationship, trying to make us as close to perfect as possible. So I actually created some arguments, like she said, that I'm the problem or I always got a problem. No, I'm just bringing up shit that I noticed that may not be a problem yet, but you not calling me for 3 days in a row when you go to sleep, it's going to be a problem. It might not be a problem now, but you not caring enough to call me before you go to sleep, or you not caring enough to call me throughout the week or whatever, or the day. What does that say about where we at in life, where you can go days and days without talking to the person that you love? What does that say about the relationship? Yeah. So I'm checking that shit every time, and that's gotten me into a lot of trouble. So that's what I want, and I notice all of those things that's small, they real small, and they usually grow and they fester and they fester and they fester, and it becomes a big ass thing that could have been avoided if somebody was willing to talk about it and speak about it. Like I told you, don't worry about hurting my feelings. I want you to worry about being honest with me, period. My feelings will be okay. I can fix my feelings, but I can't fix something that I never knew about. Right. Right. So that's what I want out there. And this is what I want to tell everybody out there in the world. When you love somebody and you learned this woman, and this is the person that you chose to be with, this is a warning for all the people that plan on getting married. The person you marry at 19, the person you marry at 20, the person you marry at 25, the person you marry at 30. Every day, that person is growing or reverting, but they're changing. So no matter how long you've been together, that person sitting across from you, you don't know everything about them. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you did yesterday. I don't know what you did today. I don't know what you're thinking about. I don't know what you got to become interested, like you just seen the fine girl across the bar. Yeah. Or the fine girl with the fat ass in school walking down the hallway and you trying to stop her to get her number. You got to get interested like that. Okay. Take it back to square one. Get creative with your questioning. It can really bring you joy in your relationship. Mm-hmm. When I said this last time, I told you, we were talking about it's the same thing in the bedroom, how to spice up the bedroom. Get creative explore yourself, explore your partner.
Yeah.
Have fun. That's how you identify and avoid complacency in a long-term relationship. Take that from somebody that's been in a long-term relationship. We've been complacent about 4 times already in a 16-year span.
Yeah.
But we always knock that dust off and we get back closer than ever. So
Yep.
that's my little baby right there. That's my little